Oi, trainers, remember searching that one patch of grass, that one cave floor, over and over, just hoping for that rare Pokémon to finally show up? That feeling? Running from the 50th Geodude, just praying for that one chance encounter? Is that also how you're living life? Waiting for the perfect conditions, that one rare opportunity to start your big project, ask someone out, or chase that dream, while life just keeps serving up the same old routine. It sounds wild, but what if how you play Pokémon is exactly how you do everything else in your life? And what if I told you that my Pokémon playstyle nearly destroyed me? Yeah, it's fun to make the game go beep beep, but they're also programming your autopilot, the part of your brain that makes decisions before you even realize it. FPS games like Halo showed us loyalty, never leave one behind, ride together, die together. But nothing, and I mean nothing, shapes us like Pokémon. See, Pokémon isn't just a game. For many of us, especially those with autism, ADHD, OCD, it was a refuge, a world that made sense when nothing else did, a world with clear rules, predictable outcomes, where loyalty is rewarded and persistence always pays off. But here's where it gets interesting. These game patterns don't stay in the game. They bleed into everything. Your relationships, your work ethic, your approach to challenges, the way you build your Pokémon team, that's your blueprint for building your life. And for me, I was that trainer who found 6 perfect Pokémon and never changed them, loyal to the end. A tight-knit family that could take on anything. What I didn't realize was that this wasn't just how I played. It was how I lived, how I loved, how I did business, and that loyalty loop, it was about to crash into reality in the most painful way possible. Look at your Pokémon playstyle, really look at it, because it's telling you everything about who you are. Are you the perfectionist player? The one who needs the perfect IVs, perfect natures, perfect movesets. In life, you're probably struggling with decisions, always seeking that perfect moment, that perfect opportunity that might never come. Or maybe you're the gotta-catch-em-all player. You need to fill that Pokédex, have every variation, every shiny. In real life, you could also be collecting experiences, equipment, or even achievements at the cost of your own depth. Then there's the speedrunner, always looking for shortcuts, glitches, the fastest route. In life, you're probably skipping the dishwashing cutscene and finding hacks for everything from work to relationships. Me, I was the loyal small team player. 6 Pokémon, my perfect family. I'd invent reasons they had to stay together and refuse to box them even when more powerful options came along. And in life, exactly the same. A small, tight circle I would die for. Deep trust with very few people. Quality over quantity, always. See yourself in any of these? Because once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. But what nobody tells you, these patterns are actually prophecies. And what I couldn't see was that human relationships aren't as simple as Pokémon teams. People aren't pixels. They don't follow the same rules. And that blind loyalty I'd cultivated through thousands of hours of gameplay, it was setting me up for the most painful lesson of my life. Let me tell you about a friendship. 10 years. The kind where you finish each other's sentences. The kind where trust is absolute. The kind that made starting a business together feel like the most natural thing in the world. Because that's what you do with your best Pokemon, right? You take on the Elite Four together. You face the toughest challenges side by side. The warning signs were there. Small inconsistencies, missed deadlines, promises that stretched but never quite broke. But my Pokemon trained brain ignored them all. Because in Pokemon, loyalty always wins. The team always comes through in the end. Until the day I discovered that thousands of pounds were missing, that contracts had been signed without me, that my decade-long friend had been playing a very different game all along. The system crashed, the game logic failed. The rules I'd been playing by, they didn't apply in this reality. The part that still keeps me up at night, it wasn't losing the money, it wasn't even losing the friend. It was realizing that my entire approach to trust, my deepest operating system, was based on a game mechanic that just doesn't translate to real life. In one moment, every shared memory became a trauma magnet. Every inside joke, every late-night conversation, every celebration, all of it poisoned. And it wasn't just one friendship that died that day. It was an entire group. Years of my life, financial security, future plans, all because I played Pokemon like I'd play life, and played life like I'd play Pokemon. For months afterward, I thought the answer was to become the opposite. No team, no trust, just solo, speed running through life, taking shortcuts, avoiding connections. But that's not really living, is it? That's just playing a different game with the same broken rules. Then one day, walking through a forest with my dog, Mr. Beast, I had a realization. I wasn't alone. There are millions of us, shaped by these games, running these patterns, experiencing these same crashes when game logic meets real life. That pain, that loss, that moment of clarity, it didn't just change me. It created this, created us, this channel, this community. Because once you see these patterns, you can choose which ones serve you and which ones to evolve beyond. The loyalty, the persistence, the strategic thinking Pokemon taught us. Those are superpowers when applied correctly. But the blind trust, the expectation that everyone plays by the same rules, those need some serious patching. And that's why I'm making these videos, to help us all become more conscious players in games and in life.